It's a wonderful day, late in September 2017. The color in the trees is beautiful. It's nippy out, and I'm on my way to yet another auction, and this will be a big one. It will be day one of a several-day auction. I don't know when the second one will be. I did know the man, a wonderful man. He had a lot of stuff. He was a near genius, and I have about 50 miles to go, so join me today. I hope to get some good footage and possibly even buy some things, although I think there'll be a big crowd there. Well, I'm just about here. I've come 53 miles. You can see the corn is still standing in most places. A lot of the beans are already down. Yeah, there's a bean field there. I take my words back. And this is on a dead-end road. Just about there. I believe that's it over there. I hope there's field parking. Yeah, here it is. And there is field parking. A lot of people here already.
Just pulling down now.
Well, you can see there's a lot of stuff here.
All the way up around the door.
Find a place to park. A lot of stuff.
Everybody must be full of trash.
Yeah. Screwdrivers, yep. That and hacksaws.
Yeah.
The fish I throw the damn things away. Well, that's a big old shed,
A
ain't
lot of radio items. I remember those too well.
It's in your counter, Tom. Yeah.
They said there's a bunch of stuff in there, the building down in Gravel Road.
Is there stuff down there?
Yes. Like the welders and stuff are all still in there. Oh. That's where the golf ball is.
Oh, it's down here?
Yeah.
Between them and the deer, I don't hardly get any corn.
Yeah.
They can dig big holes in it.
You did a nice job of it. It didn't have all of these.
Yeah. Just had one single spring.
Homemade a little bit of everything, and the, hello there, and the sandwiches and everything you want right there. So step right up here, get yourself a number, you will need a number.
You mean the, oh, the Franklin.
Yeah, that's why if you want any kind of truck, you're going to pick up for, you know, about 50.
Will likes it. Oh, it's super cool. It'd be an awesome one. We're talking about the auction. There you have Cody and there to be running cars or something. So there. Yeah.
Three auctioneers at one time. There's yet one more building here, so let's take a look inside, see if there's any treasures. I already bought a few items, but I'm holding back. Howdy, partner. Well, it's 5 hours later, and as usual, the car is packed, but of course most of this junk is my wife's, not mine. But I did get a few good items, not necessarily tools, but when I get home in an hour, we'll take a look, see what I got. I'm finally back home. It's about 7 hours since I got up this morning, and for once my wife bought more than what I did. I already took her things out of the car, and this is what I'm left with. Nothing that is really great, no machinist tools, but yet a few finds that you might find interesting as I unload them. To start with, a rather nice Milwaukee angular type drill, and it works. Piece of cable. I need a dustpan, so here's two rather nice aluminum dustpans used, complete with a spider. A full box of latex gloves, unopened, WD-40, some kind of spray bottle, an S-swing hammer that will clean up. Well, this had 1,000 wire ties in it to start with. I don't know how many are left in there, but there's a lot, and they're 8 inches. That's nice. I didn't know that was in there. A heat gun, a couple cheap screwdrivers, a knife, some scrapers. That's about it for that box. I sure do hope this thing works because I paid over 50 bucks for it. It's a pneumatic 202 furnace, 110 volt, but it looks like it's got a pretty fantastic power unit down here with a pyrometer. So I'm really hoping this thing works so I can do a little heat treating more accurately than what I've been doing. That's my big prize of the day. The interior looks very good. Not very big, perhaps 4 inches by 10 inches by 6 inches. There was a lot of paint and solvents, but I got outbid on most of it. But there's about a half a gallon of lacquer thinner and another 3/4 of a gallon and about 2 quarts of acetone. And in this box, which my wife gave me, looks pretty junky, but there was a few things in there. Some hacksaw blades, not that I need any. There's a nice brand new storage bin, and miscellaneous hardware, a few things in there that I'll be able to use, but most of it will be thrown away. And I left most of the junk at the auction. Also right here, for $2, I got a whole bundle of Scotch-Brite. 60 sheets, and it comes out like paper towels. I've never seen it sold this way. I guess it tears off. And what's the grit? Yeah, there's the grade or the grit there, which means nothing to me. That'll be handy on the lathe. There was an incredible amount of radio and electronic stuff, and this is a homemade crystal radio. And I bought that. It was even labeled. Hopefully can get my grandson interested, because I had one of these as a kid. There's the earphones. And I just thought a crystal radio was so neat. However, with the phones and the pads and everything the kids have now, I'm sure that it's passé. And nobody knew what it was. But of course it's used to lift a crucible out of a furnace. This is a speedy melt made by McEngelvin. On the auction bill they called it a post hole digger. In this box, along with the centrifugal casters, quite a few brand new test tubes and all these clamps that are used in a chemistry lab. Quite a few of those. A funnel made by Coors. As my son-in-law just said, that's for straining your urine when you are passing a kidney stone. A beaker, 600 milliliter. That's about it. Nothing of real value in there. 1 dozen micro slides. Here's a tackle box filled full of used capacitors, and no, they're not all used. There's a bunch of resistors, switches and different things. I got to go through that, but I think it's all junk. But what I really valued, let me show you the books that I got. For those of you that are book lovers, if you're not, you might as well turn the video off right now. Dave Gingrey, the Universal Coil Winder. These are Lindsay reprints, automobiles and sheet metal boats, building the Atkinson engine, something about a disintegrator. No, I can make my own moonshine. A welding manual, how to use the English wheel, New Holland operator's manual. There's an international harvester for many different models. Manual, IT, lathe operations, milling operations, Massey tractors, Bobcat service manual. In this packet, what I was really after is this manual, John Deere A, but also in there were some combine manuals. Cutting platform, Series 2, John Deere 4400 manual, number 2 of 4 and 1 of 4, so not all of them apparently are there in this batch. This box is the real mother load. U.S. Navy Foundry Manual by Nav Pers, but it's a reprint. That's nothing. Woodworking, several woodworking books. Table saw, how to build a magneto magnetizer, router, the Boys Book of Engine Building, chemical cross-reference, workshop math. Some of these will go right to the book sale downtown. I'll donate them. South Bend booklets, that I've got, I believe. How to run a lathe, I've got. Model engine making, blowpipe analysis, just what I need. And I don't need this because I like to buy Dial soap and the Survival Chemist. Also up, U.S. Army Survival Manual, Forney Welding Manual, getting the most, not worth mentioning. Whiskey, brandy, and cordials. There's the Sheldon book, hardening and tempering, metal spinning, screw cutting, green sand casting, the secrets. I thought I just showed you that. Do I have 2 of those? Milling Machine Practice by Cincinnati. Build your own metalworking shop from scrap. That's Dave Gingrey. 507 mechanical movements. Deep hole drilling. Indexing. Gas engines. And producers gas plant. Okay, that's about it. I hope you're not disappointed on the lack of machinist tools here, but a few goodies and plenty of reading for this winter. Hope you enjoyed my day at the auction, and I hope the next one is a little better. Now, this man also had a wonderful shop in town, but I am told that he is not going to sell that. That's going to remain in the family, but there were many lathes and mills and machine shop items in that shop, but that will not come up for sale. Okay, this is tubalcain saying so long for now.